Namaskar. We welcome all of you to our Wellbeing series here today. We have Ms. Aashi Bhatnagar, a founder who has become a founder at a very young age, I should say. Let me introduce her in her own words and then hand over the stage to her. So, according to her, she is a creative head with an analytical mind. She is the founder of her own startup, the Digital Abode, a digital marketing company running virtually. You can contact her for the following services: social media marketing, content writing or editing, search engine optimization, digital advertisements, startup consultancy. She has also ghostwritten a book on mindfulness. And the one which actually interests me is she's co-authored a book on Metanoia. Wonder how many of you actually know what Metanoia is. We'll be shortly asking her to explain more on that. She has always loved writing different genres. Apart from the professional work roles and skills, her incessant interest in social work and NGOs keep her going into a repeated contribution towards society and welfare. She is a people's person because she believes to be kind before anything else. She lives on mainly three core values: spread happiness and kindness, do different and be unique, and practice self love always. As a person, she is humble and humorous, witty, kind, and motivated and unstoppable. Over to you, Ashi. I request you to share your inspiring journey as a founder and a person who's co-authored two books today with us, all of viewers today. Over to you.
Thank you, Navinaji. Thank you so much for this kind introduction. I'm deeply humbled. And I was so looking forward to this session. I was, very waiting for this session so much. So let me just tell a bit about myself before, just already we've told, but I just wanted to so I'm Aashi Bhatnagar, founder of the Digital Abode, which is a digital marketing company running virtually. And I started my agency in 2019. Before that, I did my MBA in marketing and international business. And after that, I did a job as a social media manager with a women's global community. And thereafter, I started my agency in 2019, which is the Digital Abode. And it's been like 2.5 years now that I'm running that. Yeah, growing each day.
That's wonderful. So, how did you choose to be a founder at such a young age?
So it started during my job. When I was in my job in 2019. So I started freelancing with that. So freelancing sector gave me the boost, the confidence, the clients most importantly. And then I felt that, this is something I need to explore more. And, in terms of financially also, in terms of mental stability, in terms of flexibility, like in every way, I found that to be more like much, much better to me than a job. So that's the reason I switched to a full-time thing. I left my job and started this full-time agency in 2019. And yeah.
Okay, so, what are some of the challenges that you have faced during this journey? Would you like to share?
Sure. The first and foremost was I didn't have a lot of experience back then when I started. Not even 1 year work ex. I left my job in like 10 months experience, and that was my first and the only job I did in my entire life. So the first challenge was of course that I didn't have a work ex, a lot of work ex. Second challenge was I didn't have a co-founder or a partner. So like I had to start alone. It's a sole proprietorship firm that I'm running. So till now it's been like 2.5 years and I'm running all alone. Of course, we have a team of experts, like we have other members too, but nobody is a owner, like co-owner or something. So I am like handling the entire thing, the ownership part. So yeah, I think that were the major two challenges. Third is of course you have to handle everything. Like I am my director also, I am a business communication part also, I am a HR also, finance also. So yeah, of course, that is the major challenge that solopreneurs face. And I am too. But I will not say that I'm facing that. Maybe I'm learning that. So yeah, I enjoy this journey because I chose it for myself.
That's wonderful. So, Ashi, you have written in your bio that you have co-authored two books. One is on mindfulness and the other is on metanoia. Would you like to talk a little bit about both?
So in 2019, my client, my freelancing client, approached me to write a book for him. So, but back then I was into content, like web content writing, not into books at all. So I told him like bluntly that I have never written a book. So just to ensure that he knows how much I know, I didn't have an experience in writing books. So, but he told me that I have seen your writing and I have full confidence that you can write well. So at his confidence, I took up this project of his and wrote this book in around 3 to 4 months, including the edits part, images, and everything. And it went out really well. It was Amazon's bestseller in 2019. So I was like really happy. That gave me the boost that yes, I can write more into that. I can write in different niches. But yeah, mindfulness anyway, mental health, mindfulness, life, all these things are my core niches. Then in the next year, I chose Metanoia, which is a co-authored book. So a bunch of authors wrote this book. I had my 3 articles into that. So yeah, that was the second book. And now thirdly, I would like to have my own complete book that I write myself and for myself, not for a client. But yeah, that is happening very soon, I'm sure.
It's wonderful. What is metanoia?
Okay, so metanoia, that's a beautiful word actually, but many people don't know because they feel that's something technical or something. But no, that's not very technical. It's the transformation of mind, your self transformation basically. So yeah, even in when we call of like mental health or physical health, our personal life or professional life, every way we are going through that metanoia, we are going through that transformation. So how you want yourself to be transformed is metanoia, and how do you see yourself after the transformation. So that's metanoia. That's a process of transformation.
How did you come in touch with your own transformation process? Would you like to share?
Okay, so I think transformation is happening on a daily basis too. With every person you meet, with every YouTube session you take, with every client you meet, with every project. So that's a transformation we go through daily. Plus, in terms of life, we go through big transformations. Like I can feel myself that I have transformed completely in the last 3 years. Even if I like meet old like people who knew me in 2016, 17, they feel that I'm just the same, but I know that how much changes I've gone through myself in my personal life, professional life, in the way I think, in the way I see the world, the mindset, everything, my self love, everything has changed drastically. So yeah, I think that is much needed, because if you're the same that you were 5 years before, I'm sure that nobody would be happy with that. That changes are very important to bring a huge transformation, but it starts with a small step, which is, of course, that I say daily. So daily is a small step that begins the bigger transformation. So yeah, that's how I feel that I've been transformed. And of course, in the coming days, months, and years, it will be into a better transformation. So
That's wonderful. All the best to you on that.
thank you.
What does well-being mean to you, Ashi?
Well-being means to me is a balance. That's what I feel. And even if you have asked this question that what is success to you, I would have answered the same thing, that a balance is what I call success. Because well-being, firstly, one should define their own well-being. And how do you ensure your well-being? Supposedly somebody is into a burnout. I think somebody might go for a walk, and that's a well-being for them. Somebody might go into traveling, somebody might listen music. So everybody's well-being, the definition of well-being is different. I am a very social person, but sometimes my well-being is sitting alone at a couch and drinking my own coffee, and that's my well-being. So I think phases, people, situations, all these things define the well-being, and that differs a lot with, of course, the situations, what you face and what are you currently challenging, what current work you have, and how do you balance your life. So yeah, that's I feel is the real well-being.
Very good. And what are the well-being practices that you follow on a day-to-day basis?
Okay, so firstly and the most importantly that I follow is that I don't work 24/7, which digital marketers usually do. Especially in today's time, the hustle culture, everybody is like working crazily after money. So one thing that I have always assured from the last 2 years, and continuing that in future also, that I work only till a limit. Of course, I'm passionate about my work. I want to make money. Everybody wants to make money. So there's no lie. I will not say that I don't want money. Of course, I want that. But I will not, fall crazily for money, that I, fall back all the other parts of my life or the other phases of my life. So if I have this one thing clear, that this is the amount of money I would want, but I will not compromise on other hemispheres: family, friends, your mental health, your physical health, your hobbies, your me time, your self love, your traveling, whatever things you actually love doing. I think we should always have a time and space for that. If you cannot schedule a meeting just when your friend needs you, or there's some urgency, but you have to like make it up to them. So I don't want that life. My well-being, my definition of well-being is the flexibility and balance that I can give to myself. I don't want that, I am lacking sleep, I am lacking balanced food and everything, and but I'm getting good money. So that money is makes no sense to me. And I don't think it makes sense to anybody else. You could have lakhs and crores, but if your health is not good, your family is not there with you, you don't have your loved ones, you have lost your young years, just overthinking and hustling. That's a life to regrets, and I don't want that life of regret. So yeah, that's what I practice rigorously and religiously.
That's wonderful. You seem to be giving yourself first priority, yourself me time, taking care of your well-being, and taking care of your professional well-being also really well. What
I try.
That's very good. What took you through this process of change, feeling that yes, you need to have a balance, and yes, you need to take care of your professional work and also your personal work, so that both don't hinder with each other and you're able to do both of them well?
Honestly, pandemic hit me. That was the biggest reason. In 2019, when I started work, I had all this rigorous passion that I will work like 15 hours a day, and I used to work like 15 hours a day. So and I never felt tired at that time. I felt that this is the time I had to work, and I used to work 14, 15 hours. First I used to go for a job, and then after that I used to do my freelancing thing, sleep at 2 a.m., wake up at 8 a.m., and like that kind of a lifestyle. But after that, in 2020, there's a lot of changes which came. I came back to my home for my virtual working. Then pandemic, of course, came, and I've seen that so many people who were so young, healthy, they left the world. I mean, that was so shocking. Many of my people also, those were there who were hit by the pandemic, by the virus, and that's what I feel that why all this hustling just to go one day and not take anything with you. The current time, the present time, today is the day that you have to live. We keep planning of our retirement plans, what we'll do after 30 years, 40 years, what we will do after 60. But what about now? Like, this is the time. What about, supposingly, okay, now I'm working like 15 hours a day, and I'm earning lots of money, and then one day I go, like in my 20s or my 30s. So what's the use of all this work? Like, you didn't give time to your family, you didn't give time to your friends, you didn't live your life. All what you did was just work. So like, why all this hustling? I believe that balance will give you the real meaning of life. Your purpose is not just to like slog 9 to 5 and wait for 7th of the month to get your salary and then party it out. So I think that's firstly we should ensure that what are the priorities. I believe that if we get a good amount of money, nobody wants to actually work. We work just for the money part, right? So when you don't really want to work, what else you want to do? There would be a list of all the things, right? What you're passionate about, what makes you feel happy. So why not do the things that makes us happy? That will be the real thing which will count, which you'll tell your kids that tomorrow that I really lived my life. Today when I go for vacations, when I do everything, like literally everything, people see me dancing also, people see me traveling, people see me working, everything. People see me on sessions at home, partying, literally everything they see. And that's what when they tell me that you are living your life. But that's my choice. I have chose this. You can also choose it for yourself. Nobody's forcing you not to do that. You can do it for yourself. It's all about choice and how flexible you can make your life to be.
Yes, truly said. Life doesn't just happen to us. We choose the life we want to lead.
Of course,
right?
it depends upon our decisions only. Yeah, nobody else can force you the decisions.
It's very good. This really shows that you have had a transformative change of heart.
Yeah, definitely. Metanoia.
Yes, that's right. So, yes, Ashi, what is a message that you would like to give to our viewers today out there? Being a founder, taking care of herself, taking care of her professional well being, personal well being, and also trying to lead a beautiful life as an example for herself and others out there. What kind of message would you like to share with us today?
Thank you so much. I'm not very sure how much lives I'm currently touching or how many people they find me inspiring. But yeah, definitely I am uplifting myself each day. That I'm very sure because I work on that part very much. For your personal and professional, both of the things, I believe one thing which we should always follow is to always ask for help. Never stop yourself in asking for help. Supposedly in professional life, if you face something, I'm a solo founder, so there's a lot of things the challenges I face. I don't know a lot of things, so I try to find answers. So sometimes I ask friends, sometimes I ask YouTube, Google. So, but I always ask for help in these things. In personal life also, whenever we are facing a burnout, whenever we feel that we are not doing good, I think we should always ask for help. We should also ask our people that, this is the thing I'm facing and what are the possible solutions I can get. So that works in both of the phases of your life. But you should always choose the right people. Supposedly I have like 5 friends, but friend A might not be very good for your professional health, but they would be a very good listener. They are empathetic, so you can go for your personal discussions. So that's how you divide people. You don't have like only one person for everything, and that does not, it does not work like that. So you should always ensure that whom to approach, and always approach. Be open, balance your life, like not just hustling and hustling. Define your priorities, live by that. You only have today, there's no tomorrow. So that's it.
Agreed. You only have today. The present moment is all what we have.
Right.
I wish you all the very best in your professional work as well as the new book that you are going to write. I'm sure you're going to go a long way out there. Thank you very much for joining us. And
Thank you so
we
much.
wish you all the very best for your future. Namaskar.
Thank you so much. Namaskar.